Hi, Linda Bowen here from StampingWithLinda.com, your cardiologist since 1997, helping you create cards from the heart. Today is number 73 in my Creative Fold cards as I show you this blind card using a wonderful background technique and also the World of Dreams stamp set. So let's get started. I'm going to bring in a scrap piece of grit paper and a piece of white cardstock. This measures 4 1/4 by 7 1/2. I'm going to take my So Saffron ink pad, and I'm just going to take that ink pad and swirl it like so. See, I missed a spot. There's no rhyme nor reason how to do this. Stampin' Up's foam pads make this a very easy technique to do. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in and just kind of follow that along like so. See, I've got some highlights there that I've missed. But again, no rhyme, no reason with that. So I've got that. Next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in a piece of grit paper and bring in my sponge. And I'm going to sponge right along that blue line and up the side of my card. I see with the sample picture that I have on my blog, or that I will have on my blog, I used Pool Party for the lighter color for the blue, but with this I used the Marina Mist. So it's still going to work out okay. It's just going to be a little bit darker. Not sure that I'm real crazy about the darkness, but it will work. Next, what I'm going to do is bring in my Old Olive, and I'm going to bring in a sponge dauber, and I'm going to daub along the bottom with that green. Don't know how well you can see that, but I'm just making like grass, so it doesn't have to be even. You want it random. And I'm also going to bring in my black ink pad. My Tuxedo Black ink pad is my new favorite go-to black ink pad. It was brought out to be used with our blendabilities, but I'm just finding it as a very crisp black. And I'm just highlighting that grass with the black at the bottom. Next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in my personal trimmer, and I need to cut this apart at 2 1/4 inch increments. So 2 1/4, 3 times. Going to bring back in, I hope I measured that right. I did not, but you got the picture. What I did was I divided it equally with the measurements to cut it for my panel. I will have the exact measurements on my blog, StampingWithLinda.com. I guess I'm just going to be showing you how I created this. Next, what I did, I just used that stamp set, World of Dreams, and I'm going to ink the birds. Just kind of look at it, eyeball it, and stamp it like so. So even though I use the darker ink with this background, it still looks just fine. So I've got my words. Next, what I'm going to do is bring in that grass, and I'm going to stamp it on this side. So you get the idea of how I created it. Of course, didn't cut it correctly here, but I'm going to bring in that card, that blind card, so you can see what how I created that. But I want to talk about the bottom of this card. This is a piece of crumbs cake. It measures 5 1/2 by 9. Now we're going to see if I can score this right. Because it's 9 inches, I want to score every 3. So at 3 inch and at 6 inch. And then what I used was the decorative label punch. So I've got that coming up like so. Decorative label punch. And I'll open that punch up, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to line it up halfway into my cardstock and measure it from the edges and punch. And that is how I got the bottom of this card. So there you have it. Hope you've enjoyed today's Create a Fold. Thanks for joining me. Talk to you real soon.